Okay, so we have something called interval notation. And when you are graphing an inequality, x is greater than 1 on a number line, numbers are equally spaced. If there is no line underneath your inequality symbol, it means it's not equal to it. Now, in the past, you probably did like a parenthesis or like an open circle, closed circle. We're going to do parenthesis, bracket. Okay? And the parenthesis is going to point in the direction that you are graphing. So x's are greater than 1, go to the right. So parenthesis is like an open circle. A bracket is a closed circle, meaning that it is equal to it. To write it then in interval notation, you write in order from left to right. Parenthesis 1, comma, infinity. Parenthesis. You will always have a parenthesis with the infinity symbol and the negative infinity symbol. X is greater than -2. Number line, -2, -3, parenthesis, arrow, -2 to infinity. No.
-3 less than
I put my number in the wrong spot. Yes.
I was so confused.
+1, Emily. Good job. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Good job. All right, so let's do problem 4 then. Maybe I'll do this one right. It's positive. X is greater than or equal to a 3. Now, it doesn't say that you have to sketch all of these. The first ones, it does. So make sure you do write your number line. Notice I am drawing them on the line. You do not want to do a line above it. That would be wrong. I'll count that one wrong. Okay, you cannot be above the line. That's bad. To graph on the number line, and if you use pencil, then you can use a colored pencil to graph it so that you can see it if that bothers you or not. Because there's a line underneath it, we're going to do a bracket. And put your bracket 3 to infinity. If it is less than, let's do a less than problem. X is less than or equal to 2. Number line 0, 1, 2. Bracket is pointed the direction that you're going. The numbers less than on the number line are to the left. So what is the smallest number left? Negative infinity to 2, bracket. Okay? Any problems with that? So if I have a problem that is written in interval notation, and that's not an 8, that's an infinity, what would my inequality look like? Negative infinity to -7 would look like what as an inequality?
Wait, is that an infinity? That's
Less than. Yes.
X is less than, yes. Good job. Okay, what if I have, this is 14, parenthesis -5 to infinity as the interval notation, and I need the inequality?
X is greater than negative.
X is greater than -5. Or -5 is less than X. Okay, interval notation. After you get this idea through, then they start with on 17 saying solve the inequality and write the solution on a, they say write the and graph the solution set on the number line, but they're wanting your answer in interval notation. All right, so it's kind of confusing instructions there. How do you get x by itself? Several of you are not showing these steps and you're confusing yourself, so please start writing down those steps. So what would the answer look like in interval notation if x is greater than 1? Parenthesis 1. Smaller number goes left, just like if you were graphing it on a number line. What is the trick or hack when you are multiplying and dividing?
Oh, you flipped the sign.
Always?
No.
If the negative is with the x value and you are multiplying, or in this case, dividing by the negative, you flip the inequality symbol. So x is greater than or equal to 3. Does anybody know why we flipped that? Here's an example. We'll go with your issue that I messed up on. A -2 is less than -1, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
If I multiply this by a -1 on both sides, is 2 less than 1?
No.
No. So if you do not reverse that symbol, you're not going to have a true statement. So if you multiply or divide by a negative, you have to flip the symbol. Okay? Let's move on to some bigger problems. Because they put all of these in the same section. We have problem 40. 6x minus 4 less than or equal to 5x minus 4. The reason why in this class they put it all in the same section is because they broke them apart in Algebra 1 and Algebra 2. So this is the third time you've seen it. So they're like, yeah, you can do it all. First thing we need to decide is which side do you want your x on?
The left side.
It really does not matter. The left side has the bigger number, so I agree. I would move that -5 over with that 6. I'm going to write down 1x minus 4 is less than or equal to, keep that -4. If you mess up, that's probably where you're going to mess up. How do you get rid of the -4? Add 4 to both sides. X is less than or equal to what number?
0.
And that is perfectly all right. But we need to write it in interval notation. Since x is less than, we're going from -infinity to 0, bracket, because it is equal to it. And then we have a problem like 46, where we have a -2, parenthesis, 3x plus 2. How do I work this problem? You can distribute. You can also divide by the -2. So there's 2 ways that you could go about doing it. -6x minus 4 is less than or equal to 18. Add the 4. I distributed, multiplied the -2.
Yeah, no, I was just like.
And then I add the 4. So -6x is less than or equal to 22. Divide by -6.
Flip the sign.
Flip that sign. And 22 is not divisible by 6. But I can cut them both in half. And that gives me the exact answer. Please do not give me the decimal approximation. That's a 0.3 repeating. So we don't want that. All right. Bigger problem. Even bigger.
Wait.
Wait.